My name is Terrill Chandler. I was born in Camden, New Jersey on March 22, 1990. The early years of my life were spent on Erie Street in Camden. In 1997, my family moved from North Camden to Lawnside, New Jersey. As a child, I remember we moved often. We now live in Lindenwold, New Jersey. I live with my mother and my cousin. My relationship with my mother is strong because I have always lived with her. My dad, on the other hand, has always had his other family. Growing up, I frequently spent time with him on the weekends at his house in Philadelphia and sometimes at his mother's house on Cedar Street in Camden. I lived with my grandmother most of my life. My mother Wanda, my aunt Angie, and my two cousins also lived there, but my mother and I ended up moving out on our own. I felt a little different because I was so used to being around my grandmother. I'm not sure why we were moving so often. I'm sure some of it was due to my frequent arrests, suspensions, and fights. I used to do stuff I'm not proud of. Consequently, I rarely share my negative experiences with others. As I was growing up, I always was really good in basketball. I don't know what it was, but when I'm playing, I just feel very confident in myself. I played on school, town, and church teams. When I was on basketball teams, I played point guard. The coaches gave me that position because I am a good ball handler, a good shooter, and I can remember the plays. I was a starter on every team that I played on. When I was playing my freshman year, I suffered from appendicitis and my appendix almost burst. Luckily, I made it to the hospital in time. I had to recuperate for a month before I could return to the team. After surgery, I started my first game and scored the team's first 12 points. I was playing like I never left. If I ever made the NBA, I would want to play for a team that's close to Jersey. Preferably, I would play for the 76ers. I was attending Lindenwold High School until the year of '07, when I was kicked out for fighting, arguments, and other disciplinary problems. I was sent to a program in North Jersey. I stayed there for 8 days. I was then sent home for not doing what they were telling me to do. When I returned home, I was continuing the same behavior that I had before I left. I was then placed on probation for 2 years. Probation referred me to Hopeworks because you have to have a job or be in school while on probation. Now I have to wake up early in the morning, get dressed, get to the bus stop, and get to Camden. So I basically got a schedule in the morning that I have to follow. Hopefully after I'm finished here, I will go to Camden County College for at least 2 years. After my 2 years there, I want to trade out to a school with a basketball team. If I do so, I can continue my dream career. If that does not work, I am interested in law school. I really don't know the studies of law school, but it's something that catches my attention. I feel as though if I study this, then I can know all the consequences involved in law and what I can get in trouble for and how. I can also learn about human rights. Right now, I probably will have to start studying specific things at Camden County College. That way I can be ready in the future when I'm ready to go to law school.